following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
You'd think he would have a reprimand for all the spying, but I guess I just forgot to write one out.
Apparently they said it's fine.
I think the staff there are just like, boys will be boys.
Yeah,
boys will be
boys.
This is a thick one. I wonder why this is so heavy. God, what? There's something covering the photo of who this is. Oh, it's Derek.
There's a spoon covering it.
There's a little note of some kind. Mr. Clay, no doubt you are enjoying your access to these files. Be aware that I'm minded to continue to look the other way so long as your abuse of this access remains minor. But now these files will remain where they are. M. My God, James Bond's boss knows God, this is so much weightier than all the other ones.
It's a substantial document. Derek's just got so much coolness it could not be contained within a lesser document.
All the big ups they had to give him.
TK421, you're at your... No. Telekinetic. Name, Strong, Derek. Name, Mom, Mister. Name, Spoon, Mister. Name, Strong, Derek, two spoons. Race, Mutant, Caucasian American. Age, 19, September 11th, 1994.
The greatest disaster to befall American modern memory.
I had forgotten about that. Two bad things happened on that day.
I'm not sure which one's worse.
Yeah, at least it's not on the actual date in 2001.
Yeah.
Woefully undereducated and greatly behind the rest of the students, lacks vehicles and mechanics, desires to be a pilot, secretly embarrassed by its stupidity, picks fights with idiotic hero worship. Picks fights in idiotic hero worship of vagrant pugilist father. Loses most of them. Dress sense leaves much to be desired. Also, taste of music appears to be intentionally bad. Joined the DMV in order to escape prison after an altercation wherein it damaged a Cold Rock's Action Patrol armored personnel carrier after they damaged its mother's bakery. Special containment protocol. TK421 should be kept in 3x5 living cubicle with external light source, damping, light switch, and a concealing panel. A ceiling panel made of translucent kinetic damping materials, which protect a series of light panels which can strobe to disorientate TK421. Also, the cubicle should be fitted with high-frequency sound generators. TK421 should be allowed normal access to facilities unless it acts out. Cough. Security should be issued with flashbang and optical flare disorientation devices. TK421 creates telekinetic objects which are invisible to the naked eye. It perceives these objects to function as real object would. However, the actual effects are telekinetic in nature. Because of this, it can only create objects it thinks it understands. Summary: TK421 is not very useful and must improve its grades or be ejected back to prison.
Where he belongs.
Hey.
Update: 3rd of April 2013. Classwork falls below requirements. Warning administered to improve or face prison. It has until next secret evaluation to meet passing grade. Powers: it has telekinetic power to create invisible objects which work as it expects them. Effectively a mime. Additional punishments for mimes have been the rule since the 40s.
I'm sorry, could you say that again without laughing?
Additional punishments for mimes have been a rule since the 40s.
Come on, there we go. 1940s. Now, what could have caused that, I wonder?
I just thought that's because mimes have always been bad, regardless of any time travel shenanigans.
Some say they instigated World War II.
TK-421's hobbies are mechanical work and
Yeah, when
awful,
Hitler mimed a bunch of guys into the Rhineland.
and awful non-music. That's apparently a hobby.
Music.
TK-421 remains determined to instigate combat with anyone it meets, causing much trouble. This behavior must end if it intends to continue employment with the DMV and avoid prison. Also, if it wishes to lose less funds.
And even the bureaucrats are dunking on you.
Summary:
You should
TK-4...
fight them.
That would explain that. Great demonstration of learning your lesson there.
Yeah.
It's not very useful, must improve its grades or be ejected back to prison. A special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong is guilty of violent aggression causing conflict whilst on liberty. This caused injury to himself and others and distress to for his fellow students.
Did do that.
A special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong is guilty of violent aggression causing conflict whilst on liberty. This has caused injury to himself and others and distress to his fellow students. A special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong has ignored instructions given to him by his instructors and superiors, resulting in wastage of teaching time and loss of attention that could have benefited other students. Special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong has ignored instructions given to him by instructors and superiors, resulting in wastage of teaching time and loss of attention that could have benefited other students. Cadet Strong continues to attempt to circumvent lessons, whilst making it appear that it is absorbing material he is not, in fact, absorbing, thus attempting to elevate his grades through deception. 5 demerits from examination results issued.
There's not 15 of them in there.
You are not far off.
Special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong continues to fall asleep in class, causing disruption to other classmates as he strives to gain assistance in catching up with missed material. 5 demerits from examination results issued. Special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong has shown repeated rebellion in eschewing authority and attempting to circumvent punishments. In addition to 5 demerit to next exam result penalty, every time he attempts to circumvent punishments in future, a random other student will be punished in his place. This punishment will be announced and the cause for it. 5 demerits from examination results issued. Special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong continues to refuse instruction in social classes and is beginning to hinder progress of other students. He's been cautioned repeatedly about excess disruption. Whilst high spirits are encouraged, he should be admonished from causing disruption.
Admonish!
A special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. A complaint about Cadet Strong has been received from a member of the public engaged in civil service. Whilst identifying a member of the Department of Mutant Verification, Cadet Strong has reportedly disparaged civil service for having an awful, boring job. Cadet Strong then demonstrated the member of the public to get a real job and made several disparaging remarks about their service.
You did this! You did
Clear
do this!
to the students that this is unacceptable. Special reprimand is entered for TK-421, Strong Derek. Cadet Strong continues to act as an anti-authority and agitator, hindering the unit cohesion aims of the DMV, continues to act aggressive and violent, and acts in a disrespectful and sometimes outright rude manner to his superior. Several of Strong's liberties will be curtailed and his income restricted. I want to point out that while I'm reading this, that I don't know if you did this as a intended effect or whether it was just...
It's
No, I think it's an intended effect because this logo was fine. These are getting gradually more faded, like the printer's been running out of ink, printing off.
The printer ribbon is getting, because they wind them back and use the typewriter ribbon again and again.
Yeah.
So the text is getting faded and faded and faded as they go on.
Yeah,
and then reprimands are
they
so close
clearly
together.
replaced it with the next
With
one
the
that
new
was really
ribbon!
dark. So, yeah, that was they were.
Yeah, that wasn't easy. I had to get like 4 different versions of the same font.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Special reprimand is entered for TK-421 Strong Derek. The time travel involuntarily. Student took steps to contain. 5 year sentence, additional restrictions passed down for 1 month. So yours is actually pretty much like everyone. Doesn't mention your fucking around and found out the past.
He's not there. Who could possibly be next? He said, expecting Michael Weeks.
Yep. Dr. Rock Bravestone. And also Michael. DB SAMA 3. Dual body statistic augment mental attunement. Name Bravestone, Dr. Rock. Name Weeks, Michael. Race mutant, African American, Pacific Islander. Age 16, June 7, 1997. A rare dual physicality mutant, the son of such, from a happy, stable family environment located in Cold Rocks. Father, a famous explorer, John B. Weeks, manservant of Colonel Adventures, League of Nations fixer, manifested its ability in training, having applied based on family heritage of transformation. Strong civil ethics, highly moral, which will need to be shaped to suit DMV better. DBSA
Too many morals. We need fewer morals. We're a government department, for Christ's sakes.
DBSA-MA3 becomes, when stressed, Dr. Rock Bravestone, a charismatic jungle explorer archetype, complete with low-level super strength and smouldering charisma look, mind-affecting, and adventuring instincts. Translocation includes clothing and equipage. DBSA-MA3 therefore has utility in physical containment operations, and as a technical expert. The main utility of DBSA-MA3 is in fact as his default persona. Computer usage skills are currently more prized than physical, of which we have an overabundance. Special containment protocols. Lock the door. Addendum. It has been revealed that this mutant ability is parasitic. A strong attachment and emotional bond, such as family, can spread this mutation to another mutant, replacing or adding to their power. In these cases, a persona is generated by the subconscious of that mutant. Summary. This mutant is easy to manipulate with the normal levers. However, its other persona is not.
So we knew that.
This is their files, the comprehensive knowledge of, so... We didn't know about the parasitic thing.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did.
We do. Because his
It came up at the family barbecue.
Because the mother is also, because she's got that too.
Well, I knew it was like hereditary.
No,
Yeah.
the father has the same powers.
But the mother should not.
But the mother should not.
But she does.
But she does. They come up at the barbecue, yeah.
Right, he's considered a safe. Update 0402-2013. The majority of its time in training is to be spent on merging the two passive personalities into a normalization. From interviews, it is likely that the two separate minds should be able to merge together, and that DBSA-MA3's persona and mind should be retained whilst in the altered form. It should be able to bring the other persona's mind to the fore as needed. Study indicates this separate mind is not a genuine other persona, but rather a construct made by the subconscious of the mutant. This additional skills and abilities have yet to be explained. Perhaps a dissection of the brain could be conducted. Special containment protocol revision. Lock the door. The room should have a remote control computer lockdown and a mechanical lock in addition to the electronic one. It is close to DBSA-MA4 and shares many pastimes with it. Classwork proceeding well. Its primary utility to the DMV will be in the growing area of advanced computer technology. Summary. This mutant is easy to manipulate with the normal levers, however, its other persona is not. Fire ended.
I believe there's only one left. Save the breast for last.
It's Bomb Bomb. Have you taken your medication today? It's in the background. RAEB 1863. Ranged effect, energy bounder. Name Bradford Bonnie. Name Bomb Bomb. It's apparently in here now. Race mutant / Caucasian American. Age 19. October 1st, 1994. Euclid. RAEB 1863 is a photon generator creating radiant light-based semi-physical objects. Objects appear to be made of coalesced light waveforms that persist a short time after creation. They cast light, a soft light normally, and can be used as a light source in darkness. RAEB 1863 has existed in an isolated containment underground community for its life prior to enlistment, and has been fed on a diet of idealized American propaganda. Believing World War II to still be ongoing, additional classes in history may be required.
Maybe.
Special containment protocols. RAEB 1863 can have a free range movement in the facility provided in a special hand covering containing sheaths. The sheaths are to be constructed of moleskin inner layer, backed by flexible dual layers aluminum, because this is American mesh, sandwiching a gold foil layer contained within a heavy leather outer glove, with a steel closable metal wrist shackle with a security grade latch and padlock option. If further containment is required, a standard containment cell outfitted with UV blocking windows is sufficient. RAEB 1863 has been fed drugs which reduce sexual appetite and is now not taking them on the surface. As a result of a hormonal overcorrection has taken place, resulting in an overactive sex drive. This will settle with time. Possibly as a result, it has shown interest in both male and female forms. Monitor this. Summary: in many ways, RAEB 1863 has an extensive training in useful areas. However, the regimented lifestyle has led it to excess compliance with protocols we do not implement in the DMV. There is a latent superiority complex bred into it. Extra classes will be needed to bring it up to speed. Update. This is the 3rd of April. 2013.
It's just a document in a folder. Humans have only been grappling with these for the past several decades.
Vault Dweller Adjustment Evaluation. A special note must be entered regarding the preconceptions and unconscious arrogance exhibited by RAEB 1863. The Psychological Board have concluded their special examination of the Vault Mutant and have found a latent superiority complex and personal reflection bias. RAEB 1863 continues to act and profess training and knowledge with little basis in the world it now lives in. It continuously argues expertise despite gaping holes in its previous training. It remains ignorant of the role of security cameras and other technologies and fails to take them into account when arguing strategy. Regardless of the failures this causes in training scenarios, it seems incapable of understanding its training in Vault 21 was woefully behind its current times. In a related blind spot, it seems to not understand that its previous training was oriented around enforcement scenarios involving only one suspect, at most two. By observation, it is evident that RAEB 1863 believes the others know less than it about any subject involving security of tactical training. In certain ways, this evaluation is correct, but not in all. In addition, there are a number of anomalous contradictions and inaccuracies in its professed history, most curious of which is the concept that its powers manifest as knives because it is good with knives, that training being received in the vault. However, this is not accurate. No blade training is issued to security personnel in Vault 21. It is likely that this training was imparted by its father, a man known to have engaged in unorthodox methodology, currently at large and under the effects of a substance which exaggerates negative traits and increases intellect. It is likely this man was a latent psychopath, but such diagnosis is impossible at this time. It also seems to think there was a swimming pool in the vault, which there wasn't. RAEB's 1863 superiority and arrogance is unjustified for the most part, but the others do not seem to resent it as much as EMAOE 1886. Update. Same day. Competitive and passive arrogance. Believes it's showing the correct and only way of doing things, sees virtue in doing things her correct way, than when others do not. I submitted this report. They didn't, like thing. Unconsciously looks down on others. Conversely, it is very aware many things it was taught are incorrect, still views many things as impossible. Harbors suspicion at foreigners and Negroes. Residual fear of mutants.
Mainly Japanese, actually. I should have put Japanese.
Class work lags in some areas, needs remedial classes in history, et al. Needs socialization. Other students have taken to it, giving it affectionate nicknames, and seems to feel ill about the need to assist in socializing. This could turn into resentment if done poorly. Powers resolve still around hard luck. Includes healing shivs, alarmingly. Needs more training movies.
Training movie. I got a great one for the gays.
Another update on the same.
That's what it's called.
On the same day. Vault Dweller adjustment. I disagree with my colleague's interpretation of the SciComm data. I'm guessing this is done by some different people.
Yes.
EMAOE's 1886 reactions and preconceptions could be attributed to the stresses of all the additional classes needed to achieve concurrency, along with its desires to catch up to the more advanced students. The suppression of their social outgoing persona is also likely causing emotional disturbance. I attribute their behaviors instead to lack of confidence, more likely in my mind due to the sudden removal of all the foundational underpinnings of and, in quote marks, truths EMAO 1886 has built themselves upon. However, I have no explanation for its behavior outside of this. It isolates itself from others, speaks hesitantly and abrasively when it is ostensibly highly personable and charismatic. It becomes visibly and audibly aggravated when others do not comply with its ideas, plans. Despite its reticence, it inserts itself into the forefront of any activity or conversation being had, insists upon itself in a way incongruent with its professed psychological makeup. It is possible some of all these symptoms may dissipate with time, but is making no effort to do so. I encourage stronger overwatch. There might be increased questioning of self-validity. Sorry.
Oh, God. I was going to say, I know I spelled chick.
Yeah. Focus on building a new foundation should be encouraged, along with lightening of its workload. Allow for more time with the others. This is more important. Otherwise, the gap will only widen between them, and EMAOE 1886 may grow resentful of them. I ask that this contra evaluation be appended to the student's record included in the evaluation process. The special reprimand is entered for RAEB 1863, Bradford Bonnie. Time travel involuntary. The student is contrite and understands that time travel, even involuntary, is a crime. Student took steps to curtail time traveling. Oh, okay, this one is actually the same.
Yeah. The different one must have been Jennifer's.
Jennifer did have a different one, yeah. I think that's... Have you got anyone?
No.
I do have more, but you told me to remove them because Alvin would.
I can read them for the benefit of the thing.
But you can find them again later when they're really there. Jesus. Okay. It didn't take as long as it felt like. Right, so there you two are, having spent about an hour of your lives reading over these things out loud, and then... It's your scene, pal. We're live, pal. We're live, pal.
They're not saying anything. I was probably at this point, every reading things and being tired is probably blob. I was just like, oh, anything stand out to you? Sitting manila folder.
I'm just taking a bunch of these Stephanie photos. No, and not a single photograph of her face. I noticed.
Computer scan.
Wait, what were we doing again? We were looking through all the files. You had a concern.
We were looking for anything you knew that was changed, implying that Time Bastard interfered with our friends.
Time bastard.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the fact that
I never did get his name.
I've got a lot of work to do.
Please tell me you stayed on task and we're looking for changes.
I went on a little vacation around when Stephanie's file came up, but other than
Just
that...
like one of the first.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little put out by the fact that they don't consider me as useful as I thought they did.
I'm sorry, that is a heavy burden. This is not the first time I've seen these.
Why am I not surprised?
There was a note for me, remember?
Yep. I found that
Yeah.
from
I
We
read
Know-
it out
We
nicely.
Know
Thank
Who.
you very much. I'm going to go hide these again when we're done with them, so...
I don't see anything here that contradicts.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen them before. Was there anything different from last time?
Not that I've seen.
But I'm guessing not all the files were in here the last time you saw.
Nope.
Well, I mean, all the... Like, they wouldn't have had the time travel stuff in there, like...
Oh, no, certainly. There are...
Probably
there,
less reprimands for Derek.
I mean, the last time I viewed these files, there wasn't even a body file, so...
Makes sense. She is fairly new. I mean, I
Derek-
noticed there isn't even a Cesar, Maria file. Yeah, I am going to make the...
See if you realize there are two others.
I was going to make the roll, and I was just wondering when there was the good
I would
time.
say there's a very hefty penalty on this because of the sheer amount of words you've just had to absorb.
And we
rolled a
always forget about
17.
Quechua.
So, 17 plus...
I
Minus
remember
4.
reading about Dex. Where's
Okay.
Dexy?
So, 13 plus...
You hit it right after Dix.
Their file.
What are you
just
trying to
announced
work out?
you that-
Whether Roxana's notice...
Bureaucracy.
I don't have bureaucracy.
Then nothing. It's
She is military. Military is bureaucracy.
Yeah. So it's 13 then. So it's not enough? Just to notice there's 2 missing...
Well, you guys keep forgetting about Kitchwa at the best of times, so...
Oh!
And it was
I know,
just
Roxanne
that-
can't forget about Kitchway. He's always going on about
Should have call him Dad.
his degeneracy.
That's why his file.
Interracial hookups with much older women.
It's not degeneracy.
Oh, it
It's
is
just
so
a
weird.
perfectly normal relationship.
No, not when he's...
Not when he's black.
They straight up said interracial relationships are bad in one of the files.
Well, so was being gay, but you don't listen to that. So, what is it, Roxanne? The file is right, or you're right?
Oh, well, if 13's not enough.
No. It's borderline.
I don't know, I'm just willing to react to whatever, whether she notices or not.
Look, it's entirely up to you. Just do what you want. If I can help play the games.
Whether you've realised Alvin is hiding things from you or you haven't.
I didn't see any. Where's Dixie and Kitchwa's file? Also, there wasn't anything for. I suppose Shaniqua wasn't here long enough, and neither
I didn't
was.
want to write anything for that.
And
fucking
what's his
nigger.
name?
What's his name?
Oh!
The,
Because he's black.
Yeah.
he's only here for.
To
a
be
few
fair, I
days.
don't remember his name.
I remember one of them.
Are there any more black people you don't know about, Roxanne?
I don't get sick, Kitchwa. What are you talking about? It's not my fault. And Shaniqua. She was really annoying, though. No Taras either.
Yep. Well, this is...
Oh, I see. You remember the white guy's name.
Was it Jamal?
Is it Rastus?
I actually do think it was Jamal.
Yeah, it probably
Yeah,
was.
I think it was.
I'm not real creative when it comes to.
See, even you're not all sure.
No, we're not, but you called the name out. You could have just been, oh, that kid that was super speeding and died himself.
Died.
She wasn't doing that insensitive.
You think what you said was better?
We're just like,
Oh, yeah.
you don't remember his name.
I can't believe you done Big T like that.
Is it
Or
Tyrell?
maybe it was Tyrone.
Yeah, I think it's Tyrell.
Fold back together. I'm going to have to go hide all of these again. But, good talk, good cooperation. I will let you get the limited amount of sleep you're going to get before morning.
I think I need to take some extra study classes myself.
Oh yeah, and you're
Prove
probably
them wrong.
And you're probably going to have to talk to Dex because he's going to know about all that new stuff you've got whizzing around in your head.
Probably. I'm hoping he was asleep through all this, but who knows with him.
Doesn't matter. It's still in your head. You're shouting it. You're screaming it.
Good night, Alvin. Thanks.
Here goes that level 0 janitor.
Okay, so morning will arrive. Can't remember what day it is. I'm assuming it's Friday.
We were on a Thursday, so it would be a Friday.
Yay,
Well,
mess
the
first.
newspaper was Thursday, but I believe it was from the day before, which was why it just blew into my face because it was an old
No,
red
people
one.
just throw these things around.
Oh, okay.
People keep crashing into those little things they're all put in, you know.
Yeah, who does that?
You mean news stains?
Yeah. Some weird
They're parking boxes.
parking ones. Yeah. They've been there since the 40s.
Police squad entrance reenactment centers. Right. Derek, you wake up to the sounds of a happy music box playing.
And I'll,
In the dark of your room, you see two bright yellow eyes staring at you at around the 7-foot mark. Something looms there.
I'm gonna.
In your tired sleepiness, panic bolts through you,
Yep.
and you
Try to remember where the light switch is, and then fire a telekinetic shot to turn the lights on. With a button.
Blowing up the light switch, you're being trapped in the dark.
tired, lack of sleep, early morning, lack of coordination. -6.
It's alright. Plus 10. So I get 23. I rolled 19.
And you shoot the
The light switch, or if there is a light switch.
okay, something goes.
I mean, it's very much. I'm going to get in trouble for this, aren't I?